What's up, guys? It's D, the Grim Gamer, and this is another, episode of retro game hunting. I recently, and actually just maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago, got a bunch of money with the help of a friend of mine. Helped me sell off a rather large collection of trading cards, and so I got a good chunk of change to go out game hunting. And since I was already out in this direction, I decided that I was going to go out and check out a couple places. I've got 3 places that I plan on stopping at today. So another 3, just like the last time. 2 of them I've been to before, and 1 I've never been to. I'm at the first location now. I am here at Game Guild. And Game Guild, I've been here before, like I said, and I really like this place. They've had an amazing selection every time I've come in here. So we're going to head in here and see what I can pick up this time. Dad had one of these when we were a kid, the exact same one. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so just came out of Game Guild, and I don't know if I'd mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I sort of made a little bit of a rule for myself, because a lot of these places that I stop at, they're a bit of a drive for me. So in order to make that drive and that trip worth it, I want to grab at least one thing from each place. And, well, I picked up 4 different things just in here alone, so already it's a successful trip. So what did I get, though? So I'm going to start out with a couple things that may be a little less interesting to people, but they're games that I've seen a little something from recently, and they seem kind of interesting to me. So first up, we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Sega Genesis. Now, was a Power Rangers kid growing up, and this is from what I understand, it's like based on like the original like first season, and some of the storylines and stuff are in that, and I still remember that pretty fondly. So just for that alone, I wanted to pick up a copy of it and give it a try, and only for about $9. I figure, what the hell, I'll give it a shot. So we've got that. Now, on the NES, and the NES, I know I've mentioned before, I've never owned an NES when I was younger, so I'm just looking for different games for that console just to see what I can find for it. And I seen a little thing, a little video clip about this sometime back, so figured I'll give it a chance. This is Bad Dudes, and from what it looked like, this is a beat 'em up, kind of like Final Fight or a Streets of Rage or something like that. And I'm a huge Streets of Rage fan. I love that entire series. Now, I'm not saying that this is Streets of Rage by any stretch of the imagination, but if it's a little like side scroller beat 'em up, I figure, what the hell, if I ever come across it, maybe I'll pick that up and I'll give that a shot too. So we got Bad Dudes on the NES. Now, here's a game that I had when I was a kid, and it was the only Mario that I actually put some time into, because I didn't have the original Nintendo, I didn't have the SNES, but I had the Game Boy, and I had this, Super Mario Land 2, 6 gold coins, and this I played quite a bit of, and so I'm happy to have a copy of this once again, and I look forward to playing through some of this very soon, so I'm pretty happy about that. And what I do have here, the last thing, is one of the things that I'm most excited about. And this game, I have a digital copy that I bought on the PS3 over a decade ago, but I still have never really got into it. And I only played a demo when I was a kid and never actually had the game, at least not to my recollection. So I found it in here and decided to pick it up. We've got a complete in-box copy of Medieval on the PlayStation. This is one that I added to my list quite a long time ago to actually play on stream, and I was just going to play that digital version, and from what little I've ever played of it, I did enjoy, but I've never sat down to actually play it. And so again, this is a complete in-box, and so pretty excited about that. Case is it's okay, but I can replace, the shell of this pretty easily, so I'm not really all that concerned about it. But now, having a complete copy of Medieval, I am going to, if I ever do get around to it on stream, I'll be able to play this authentic copy on an original PlayStation, so that's very exciting to me. So that was Game Guild, and my pickups from Game Guild. So now we're off to the next location. All right, I'm here at my next location of the day. It was just down the road, maybe about 10 minutes. This is Disc Replay in Taylor. I've been here a few times too. It's a pretty good size. So see if we can find something else to take home when we go in here. What up, dude? All right, guys. So I just came out of disc replay, and I apologize. I don't really know how much footage I got. I realized the time, and I got to get to the other place pretty quickly, so I didn't realize the time, and they're going to be closing soon, and I want to make sure I get there. But I did pick up a couple things I want to go over real quick. And so not only do I pick up retro stuff, obviously, but I do look for some newer things because I still play on some of the newer consoles too. So the newest one that I decided to pick up, I got Terminator Resistance Enhanced. Now, I haven't played any Terminator games, I don't think, at all, but I've never heard a lot of good things, although this one I've heard good things about, and so I've been curious about it and been wanting to try it. So for about 23 bucks, I figure I'll pick it up and I'll give it a chance. The next game was actually a challenge game that my brother, Suave Beardson, has challenged me to play, and I've been having trouble finding it, but I did finally come across it today. This is Detroit Become Human for the PS4. Now, the studio responsible for this has also done Indigo Prophecy, or Fahrenheit, you know, for everybody else, and then Heavy Rain, which I have enjoyed in the past, and I would like to get a copy of again, but it's very common, so I just haven't picked one up to this point. But he has challenged me to play Detroit Become Human because he said if you like those games, you'll really enjoy this one. So I found it here and decided to pick it up. Now, I do have a couple older things, and first up, this is Street Racing Syndicate for the PlayStation 2. This is complete in box, and it's in pretty good shape. Now, this one I did have when I was younger, and, you know, back in, I want to say what, probably mid-2000s or so, with the Fast and the Furious craze and everybody jumped on the street racing bandwagon. Of course, we had games like Need for Speed and Midnight Club, but then we had some other goofy ones like Juiced and like this. And so I don't remember too much about it, but I remember having it and I remember playing it. And so I saw this one sitting on the shelf. It caught my eye. I was like, you know what? I'm going to add that one back to the collection and, give that one a chance again. And I got one more cartridge game for the N64. It's an all-time classic racing title. We got Cruisin' USA. And, again, Cruisin' USA is a complete classic. So the fact that I haven't had this in my collection is kind of like, what are you doing, dude? So found this and decided to pick it up. So now we got Cruisin' USA on the N64. So with that being said, I'm going to get back on the road so I can get to the other place before they close. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so I was a little confused. I was looking for a place called the Video Game Graveyard. And when I got to the little strip mall that I thought that it was in, it looked like it didn't exist. Well, there's a place called, I think it was called the Taylor Trade Mall. And I decided to, just look in there and maybe it has something to do with this place. And I was correct. I see the sign over there, Video Game Graveyard. And so I think I found it. So we're going to see what they got. This place, or what I thought was a whole storefront by itself, intrigued me because I've always said in my streams that I scour the graveyard of the gaming world and resurrect old titles and give them one more shot at life. Well, what better place to do that is at the Video Game Graveyard. So let's take a look, see what they got. Cool to have one of those. All right, guys, so once I found what I was looking for, I actually found the video game graveyard, and little disappointed, to be honest. It's kind of like it's called Taylortown Trade Center is where it's actually at. It's kind of like almost like I want to say a flea market, but it kind of gives me that vibe. And they just happen to be in the back, and they have a little selection of stuff, but it was kind of hard to look around. It's very condensed in there, but that's just, I'm sure the space that they have, so that's the space they're working with, so I understand. The more disappointing part was there were two people there, and they were both just engrossed in their phones, and didn't say two words to me, except for when I went to check out, I got my stuff bagged and was told, have a nice day. That was about it. There was, can I help you find something? Are you looking for anything in particular? Or there none of that. So I'm a little disappointed in that. I did pick up a couple things. Nothing really extravagant or anything like that, I don't think, but a couple things. Actually, I got 3 different games, and all 3 of them I've never played. So I decided I'd pick them up and give them a shot. First, for the SNES, I got Terminator 2, the arcade game. Now, I'm not too familiar with LGN, but anytime I've ever heard the name LGN mentioned, it's kind of with it's LGN, and so I don't know. This might be terrible, but the Super Nintendo, as I had mentioned before, is a console I never had growing up. So I'm just looking for some other things that to pick up and other games to try, and it wasn't all that much. So I thought, what the hell, I'll give it a shot. After that, for the PlayStation 2. I got a copy of Gladiator, Sword of Vengeance. So this is one that I've seen at a couple different places, and I don't know anything about. I've never played. The case is a little beat up, but it is complete in box, and the manual is in fantastic shape, and the game is in good shape too. So a little bit of wear and tear, some sticker... old sticker residue and stuff on the front here, but I thought, what the hell, I've passed over it several times, and I'll give it a shot. What's it gonna hurt? So it's Gladiator, Sword of Vengeance. And lastly, a game that I have heard of, and I have seen many times, but I've never played, and just never really looked into all that much, but I've seen it around. And so for the PlayStation 2, Gun. And this one also is complete in box and in very decent shape on the inside. The case, one of the little snaps, the bottom one is broke, and it's a little filthy on the front, but I might be able to clean that off a little bit, or maybe just get a different case and replace the case itself. But another one that I've heard of, and I always had a little bit of interest in, but not enough to seek it out, and it just happened to be sitting there. So I thought, what the hell, I'll give it a shot. I'll pick up Gun, and we'll take that home and give it a try. So that's going to be it for now. Well, I was going to say too that I have a list, and out of all the games that I've picked up today, I think only 3 or 4 of them may have been on my list. All the rest are ones that I've either seen before and just never really thought about much, or probably should have been on my list and they just weren't, and decided to pick them up anyways. But spent a lot today, but I mentioned at the beginning that I had a trading card game collection that it was just sitting around. It was just collecting dust, and it's been sitting for years. And with unloading that, with all the money that I did get from that, I decided, even when I wanted to sell that collection, that I wanted to take the money from that, whatever it is that I get, and filter that back over into a different collection or a different passion of mine. Obviously, that's games. So with all that money that I got from selling the other collection, went right into all this. So, you know what? I don't have an issue with spending what I've spent today, because it was a bunch of money that I normally didn't have anyway. So I'm pretty happy with everything that I've picked up, and I'm looking forward to trying some of these, many of them for the first time. Let me know in the comments down below if you're familiar with any of these games, or if you've which one might be your favorite game that I've picked up today. I'd like to know. And you can check me out on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday nights. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday, 11:30 p.m. start time. I play all types of different games over there. And at some point, some of what you've seen in this video may be in some of the streams that I do. There's also a link for the Grim Beardson Discord. That's a Discord server. It's a joint one between myself and my brother, Suave Beardson, who also does some streaming. So you can check his stuff out as well, or you can just chat with us all week, or you can, drop your own links to your own things in that Discord as well. So with that being said, I'm out of here, and I got to make the long trek home. So until next time, I'm D. I'm the Grim Gamer, and we'll see you next time.